Hello tankers. Just an update on the project 15 gallon that I posted before. We are still getting spreading with the Monte Carlo, but you can see now we are getting the conversion from immersed to submersed. Finally, things are starting to die off and regrow. It's due for a little bit of a trim up. We'll deal with that when the time comes, but just got back from the local fish shop and sold a batch of my albino crebensis. Finally, they got big enough. The intention, of course, was to walk out with money, but it's a fish shop. That's not very easy to do. So what we got here is I did pick up for my project. We got a group of super red bristlenose plecos. Very young, but I'm excited to have that part of the project. A little breeding project of the super reds. And then I've got my lemon blue eyes down there. So great, 2 projects on the go. So I'm not going to put in the regular bristlenose in here. They're actually going to go into one of the other tanks. I'll have the red ones here. And I am also testing something. Grabbed a handful of a mono shrimp. Because with the carpet, the mono shrimp are perfect. Now, I do have a beta in there. So far, he's been pretty docile, which is great. We're going to experiment and see if I've got one of the mild-mannered betas. Crush fingers. But it's coming along. Rocks are now algae covered as they would. They look a bit more natural. Lots of munchable areas for those plecos, not to mention I do feed them, but let's let these guys acclimate for a good 20 minutes and then maybe I'll film the release. Okay, first one up, the super reds. During the floating process I did periodically add my tank water as well for acclimation. I didn't drip them, just used the turkey baster. Squirted some in. But let's see what happens. Beta's gonna go investigate. I'll pull you in closer. Beautiful. They're gonna have a good life. He'll leave them alone. The test comes next when I put the shrimp. Super reds are gorgeous. Okay, let's get our shrimp ready. We've got 6 monos. They're of good size, so that's a plus. So this one, I'm not entirely sure of how it's gonna work. It's just a relatively new beta, so I don't know his personality. But here we go. Well, that went well. He seems to be completely ignoring them. Oh, wow. I'll pull you in closer here. I didn't notice this while they were in the bag. Not sure if you'll see it on camera, but they've got blue tinge to some of them. Pretty healthy. So, pretty blue one right there. Well, that's exciting. We got some plants rustled up, floating around. I'll just scoop those out. But I'd say, so far, experiment successful. Again, tank looks hazy. It's actually not. It's because of the camera. But You'll know that from my other videos when I make it clear that it is because it's on a phone. Awesome. Well, I can't wait for those super reds to grow, breed, provide more store credit. No, maybe I'll take cash. Who knows? It depends. She's pretty good at talking me into buying stuff. I still have not gotten any suggestions for a name for this beta. Maybe you could drop me some. It's a great Dumbo beta. Help me out. Quick update after adding. It's now been a couple weeks actually. All the plecos are still perfectly healthy, doing their thing. My still nameless beta right there chomping on some algae wafers I dropped in. And all the Amano are still alive. It's got one there, one there. There's a bit of algae on the front glass here the plecos haven't touched. I gotta give it a bit of a scrape. But Monte Carlo is spreading after I trimmed it. So I'm keeping on top of that. It seems to be working out quite well. There's another Amano right there. Yeah, so experiment successful. The beta could not give a rat's butt about those Amano shrimp. So that's fantastic. Yeah, this tank needs a good scrape. So it turned out pretty good. Very few eggs were unfertilized, very few. And they've started to hatch. Got wigglers down there. Some wigglers on the leaf. I'm gonna give them some time to hatch out before I turn on the pump and start circulating the water. But this is good news. And there's the oddball angel. Living his best life out here, not getting picked on. Now, I found that maybe he might be a bit lonely, or maybe I could breed him too. I believe it's a female, but obviously I'm not 100% sure. But I went and got another angel. Glasses need a bit white, but I got a nice angel. It's a marble color. There's been zero signs of aggression. They've been investigating each other, so I'm hoping they're opposite sex. They're all doing good. This is the breeding project for the lemon blue eyes. And I grow out for the regular crevensis. You've seen this tank if you watched my tour. So it is technically a grow out tank, but I just can't have it be only a grow out tank. That's no fun. So it's going to be a breeding project and a grow out. And I do also have in here, it's probably not going to be visible, but in that cave there, no, he's not visible. But I had to move my male albino crevensis into here because I was setting up his tank with a juvenile group. And I believe he tried to spawn, or did spawn, with a very plump and healthy regular female right there. So that means that I will end up having some more albino fry, just mixed. There he is. Pretty fish. Random Daniel. And there's the Apistogramma agassizi, or agassizii. And then there is the Hong Shloi in here somewhere. Now, oh, there it is.
So half of the things that I'm mentioning here, you may not know what I'm talking about. And that's going to be an excuse to go watch the rest of my videos. There's going to be updates on tanks, and they're all going to be kind of spliced together, so you may hear something about a tank that you don't recall seeing. Just go ahead, give them a watch, give them a like, give them a subscribes. 2 angelfish, no aggression whatsoever, nice and calm. It's great.